Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Crypto Dave and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna do a step-by-step tutorial on how to store your Bitcoins in a paper wallet during the upcoming Segwit 2x fork. Okay, so let's kind of get some background information before we start. As we know, an upcoming fork is on the way. It'll take place on November the 16th of this month at block 494754. Okay, so we have about 2 weeks to prepare for the fork. This video primarily is about how to store your Bitcoins in a paper wallet. Okay, so it'll be just that, but then I also go through a little bit about the options, some of the options, right? Not all exchanges or wallets will support, the split, the B2X coin. In other words, not all the platforms will split it for you, but some will. For instance, Coinbase, they will split the coin for you. So if you deposit your Bitcoins on Coinbase during the split, then you won't have to do anything, and then you will get the coins, right? Same thing with HitBTC. Okay, they will also split the coins for you. So if you put your Bitcoins on HitBTC, on the HitBTC platform, then you won't have to do anything. You can just sit back and relax, and then they will split the coins for you, right? Now, this video is about making a paper wallet because it's also an option. You can also choose this option because actually it's the safest because you keep your own private key. Now, how do you create a paper wallet for Bitcoins? I would go to bitaddress.org. Okay, and then we would move our mouse around to create some randomness. And this helps them, I think this helps in generating those different addresses, right? They ask you to do this every time you go to their, every time you land on their website. This is the first thing you have to do. And then you see this percentages. As it gets to 100, then we're done. Alright, so they created this Bitcoin address for us, right? So this is the public key where you send Bitcoins to, and then this is the private key. So you normally don't show people this portion of the wallet, because if they see this, then they can take out your money, right? But for me, and I think this video is not about making just a simple wallet like this without any kind of password protection. So this is what I normally do to create a really secure Bitcoin paper wallet using the bitaddress.org website, right? So click on the paper wallet tab, and then normally what I would do is I would hide the artwork because this is not my style. I don't like all the fancy artworks. It's a wallet, so the most important thing is it does its job and it's secure, right? So I hide the art, and then I always click on BIP38 encrypt because I want to make up a passphrase, right? And then I'm going to generate 7 addresses per page. Okay, now we need to make up the passphrase. So how do I normally make up the passphrase? Let's see. I would open up a notepad, and then let's say, I'll ask myself some random questions, right? What color was your first car? And then, what color was your first car? My first car was red. Okay, so 2. Which high school did you graduate from? Question mark, okay? And then you can put whatever it is. So I went to San Marino high school. So I just put the abbreviation SMHS. 3. You can put something interesting like, what is your favorite movie? Question mark. And then, of course, my favorite movie is Titanic, right? 4. Who was your first girlfriend? Okay, and then, listen guys, I'm just going to put in any random name, okay? I'll just put in Angela. She was a good friend of mine back in college, okay? So, anyway, so 4, and then you can actually put in another one, just to make it a little bit longer. So, what was the first foreign country you visited? Question mark. Right, and then, I don't know, you can put Australia. Right? Okay, so we're going to type all that out. Red. SMHS. Titanic. Angela. Australia. TRALIA. Did I get that right? Yeah, okay. You need to make sure that the spelling is correct, because if you screw up on the passphrase, then your Bitcoin is going to be locked in there, right? So what I would do is I would just kind of like copy and paste it right in there. Okay, so this is what we just made up right here. Copied it, right? And okay, so let's get back to the bitaddress.org website. And okay, so we're gonna generate 7 addresses on one piece of paper, one sheet of paper. So let's click the generate button. Okay. And then wait for a few seconds, and then it'll generate 7 Bitcoin addresses for us. All right, there we go. Okay, so normally don't show people this. When you're doing this, do it at home when you're alone, and be secretive about it, right? Because you don't want to show people this your private keys. Okay, so this is the public key. You show people your public key to get money. If you want them to send you Bitcoins, you can show them this key, right? So this is one address, this is another one, this is another one, and so forth, right? On this side, this is the private key, right? So keep this, don't show people this private key or this QR code. But then even if you do, remember we had the passphrase set up, they're not going to be able to get your money. So you have to know this passphrase. Right? So don't, forget about it, right? So what I would normally do is, number 1, I would use the snipping tool. And wait a minute. Make sure the whole page is on the screen, like from number 1 to number 7. And then, okay, and then use this snipping tool. There we go. Okay, and then I would make a digital copy. And so it shows up on my computer. So this is my digital copy that I just made. Okay? And then, now once we've done that, okay, let me see. We're going to want to print it. Okay? So you want to print a copy out. I don't have a printer attached to this computer. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to print out a sheet. But then, if you have a printer connected to your computer, print out a copy. Okay, so it's going to look like this, and then just click print, and then you're going to end up with a sheet like this on a piece of file paper, 8.5 by 11, just regular paper, right? Which is cool. And what I normally do, let me just show you real quick. this is my you know, some of my wallets that I've used already. Like I've retrieved the money already, right? But then this is what I would do. Set one BTC, okay, and then I would put in the Bitcoins. Well, I always use the first wallet on the list. Use it as a test wallet. In other words, send like 0.005 or whatever, right? Just send a little bit of money there, and then take it out, just to make sure that you have the passphrase correct, right? Before you send like a lot of Bitcoins there. So all these wallets use the same passphrase. So once you've tested it out, then you know you can start setting your Bitcoins there. And what I would normally do is just divide it between the addresses, right? So I would just send one Bitcoin here, and so forth, right? And then on the bottom, I would also write down those, you know, the questions to the passphrases we made up. Like here, like these. What color was your car? Red. Which high school did you graduate from? SMHS, and so forth, right? And then I would write it down on the bottom. Okay? Of course, without the answers, right? Because you would be the only one who know the answers. So when it comes to time to retrieving your Bitcoins, then you can, you know, read this, just look at those questions, and then you're going to know the answers to it, like by heart. Trust me. I mean, if you have to, you know, make up something that is really personal, like you will know, like right away, instantly, right? And then nobody will be able to know except for you. Then your Bitcoins are like 110% safe. But make sure to test out the wallet first, right? So use the first address to like send like 0.005 Bitcoin there to this address first, and then take it out, and then once that's successful, then cross it out like I did. Cross it out, and see, like I would cross it out like this, and that means I took out the money already, right? And then you can start putting in the Bitcoins from wallets number 2 to 7. Let me see what else I want to cover. Okay, so what gave me the inspiration to create this video, this tutorial video, is we recently went through 2 different Bitcoin forks, right? So we went through Bitcoin Cash, and then we went through Bitcoin Gold, right? So, you know, me, no exception, I was real nervous, didn't know where to put my Bitcoins during these forks. And for Bitcoin Cash, the first fork, I placed most of my Bitcoins actually on Bittrex. And then I think that was the right thing to do, because, but then sending all the Bitcoins there, I got a little bit nervous. But then in the end, I thought, well, if I had them in altcoins, I would have them on the platform anyway, right? But just for those few days, I was pretty nervous. And then, as you know, after the fork, when you try that, you know, right after the fork, as you try to log onto Bittrex, you know, there are some errors, messages that you were not able to log on right away. So that kind of got me a little bit nervous. But then, of course, everything turned out to be okay. Thank God for that. I had my Bitcoins on Bittrex during the Bitcoin Cash split. And let me just show you the chart. And I sold my Bitcoins almost right away. I mean, my Bitcoin Cash coins almost right away. I should have sold even sooner, but I waited a little while, but then I sold it because it was already on there, and I sold it 0.26 something of a Bitcoin. I sold it like almost up here, and then as you see, it dropped all the way down here, and right now we're at what, 0.076 blah blah blah, which is like, it's not even halfway up, you know, where I used to have, where I had my Bitcoins. So I think I made the right choice. But then I think if it goes down a little bit lower, I might, you know, pick up some Bitcoins, Bitcoin Cash. For the Bitcoin Gold, I had like just 0.5 of my Bitcoins in Bittrex, simply because I didn't want to move it. You know, I was too lazy to move it, because they supported that Hardfork too, right? And then I had most of my Bitcoins in a paper wallet like this. Okay, and then I consulted with Konami wallet representative, and when they, when Bitcoin Gold comes out, because they're not traded right now. I mean, they haven't even come out yet, right? So they're on a delay. But then once they're out, then Konami Wallet will have the Bitcoin Gold wallet. And at that time, what I can do is I can import my private keys to claim my Bitcoin Gold coins. But that's not before I take out my Bitcoins first, right? So I'll do a separate video on how to retrieve or how to claim your Bitcoin Gold if it's in a paper wallet. And I'll probably do that, once the wallet is ready, once the Konami wallet is ready. And as a preparation task, at that time, what happened was, because I'm not going to test this procedure with a wallet containing like 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoins in it, right? So what happened was I sent like I think like 0.03 or 0.05, just a small amount of Bitcoin. I sent like a really small amount of Bitcoins to 2 different paper wallet addresses. So that I would use those to test, the procedures on how to actually withdraw or claim my Bitcoin Gold coins first before I send, in my other wallets that's got more Bitcoins in it. Okay. So anyway, with regards to this video, we're done. Let me know if you have any questions regarding how to create a paper wallet to safely store your Bitcoins during this fork. I wish you the best of luck. And please like and subscribe to my video. I'm going to have more tutorials coming out very soon, within the next 1 or 2 days. And if you have any questions, please leave me a message. And please remember to like and subscribe. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.